Guys, Xboxmaster here, and welcome to another episode of Xboxmaster Top 10. I know it's been forever since I've done one of these. So today I'm counting down the top 10 Star Wars lightsaber battles we have. For this list, we're looking at live action animation, no comic videos, and sure, there might be a part 2 to this.
Oh yeah, the last one was 3 months ago. So yeah.
Look, we got the Xboxmaster mascot. Shit. Alright, here we go.
Number 10, Anakin versus Ventress.
This fight happened shortly after the Battle of Geonosis in Episode 2. Asajj Ventress was supposed to be in Episode 2, but Lucas didn't find any good scenes for her to do that, because we had just met Count Dooku for the first time, and I guess we didn't want to bring a witch. Asajj Ventress was skilled. He's a Dathomir witch, and very skilled. And after she received instructions from Darth Sidious after her short encounter with Dooku to test if she is worthy of being a Sith, which she apparently is, or was, Darth Sidious gives her instructions to attack and kill Skywalker, but she successfully fails at that. And this fight has it all. Air duel, series of leaps, a badass dramatic ending, and we see her again in Star Wars The Clone Wars, the movie, where she takes on, in a deleted scene, where she takes on Anakin Skywalker and his new apprentice, well, not really new, Ahsoka Tano.
Number 9, Maul and Savage versus Obi-Wan and Adi Gallia.
Finally, we see Darth Maul once again. After the defeat between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ventress on that cargo ship, Maul and Savage go after Kenobi. Well, they're trying to beckon him, but he brings a very weak Jedi Master, Adi Gallia, to go with him. So they go to Florm, where Maul has already built an alliance with Hano Anaka's men, who were all almost damn near killed. But it did end up to an epic matchup. But when Maul's brother and Adi Gallia separate and face off, it's pretty fucking quick. And Adi Gallia meets her end after an ineffective kick when she's, well, literally stabbed in the back. But it actually does continue, where Obi-Wan Kenobi goes dual wield with both his saber and her saber, and ultimately cuts off Savage's arm, and Maul ultimately gets one of his legs cut off, well, shot off, so he gets to lose his leg twice. Wow. That's, well, he gets fixed up later.
Number 8, Obi-Wan versus Grievous.
Yes, we know. Oh, man. Grievous has 4 lightsabers. How can he be so low on this thing? Well, there's a reason for that. There have been many kick-ass saber contests, but as with the last one, this one ended quickly. Especially with Grievous' badass propeller like blade action, keeping him at bay. That is pretty badass, you gotta admit, Jonah.
Yeah.
But the Inquisitor does it better with his, or did it better with his double-bladed lightsaber. Uh, so yeah, we got that once each weapon the general possesses. Well, basically tells you how many Jedi he defeated, and he's defeated a lot, and he keeps like most of the sabers on whatever planet his lair is on, because I do not know that. And, well, I guess everything ends quickly after that. But it does end up in a fist fight, and an electro staff, and a blaster, which Obi-Wan Kenobi uses to blast the general into oblivion. Number 7. Maul and Savage versus Darth Sidious. Yeah, that's right. We got these two badass brothers kicking ass again. And this time we're going up against Maul's old master, Scrotum Face.
I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
Dang it, I should have put that up there. So it goes pretty good, but it shows all the fans that didn't know how the Sith Lords work, how they did. And they go up, they face him, and they attack him aggressively. But then Savage reveals to Maul after his death by Darth Sidious that he was never like him, in fact never was, but I'm not sure that Maul would give a shit. Do you think Maul would give a shit?
Probably 98%. So yeah, probably not.
And but then, pissed at his old master, he goes at him aggressively, but then it doesn't end so well for him. He gets his red lightsaber destroyed, but they were able to recover the dark saber for him, so he's pretty good there. Would you say? Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
But what I loved most about this is that Maul had two lightsabers. Each of them signifies his color as a Dathomirian himself. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, red and black. That's just freaking amazing.
Number 6, Yoda versus Dooku.
Fans who saw Yoda in 1980, before my time of course, always wanted to see Master Yoda in battle. But when that movie came out, we realized that we were not going to see him in battle, but we thought we were in Phantom Menace. But no. We get an awesome fight, but we didn't get what we wanted in the first place. But we do get to see him in episode 2 face off with his former pupil, which we for some reason love in the Star Wars franchise. So it all starts after Dooku's battle with Anakin and Obi-Wan. It starts with a Force battle, and then Dooku signals all the fans. And then people are like, Regine, ah! I could do that better. And then when we see Yoda activate his saber and goes crazy against Dooku and outmatches him, we love it. We love it. Number 5, Luke versus Darth Vader, Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. We know what you're thinking, but this is the fastest pace. This is the fastest paced of the original trilogy. Why isn't it rated higher? Well, we don't love it because of the action or the speed of this. We love it because of the tension that's been going from 3 movies to 3 movies. Well, 1 to 3 movies. They're coming to a head. Like, finally, right? But at this time, Luke actually realizes that he's fighting a monster that has taken over his father, but he knows his father is still in there fighting to get back out, and realizes, I can't do this. I can't kill my own son. As Luke said on Dagobah, I can't kill my own father. But the Emperor didn't already win. He's just choosing not to fight his kin. Could you fight your kin, Jonah?
No.
I couldn't either. I mean, I could, but I'd hesitate to do this. But the reveal that Vader Sen's also cybernetic, realizing that he and his father finally have something in common, makes him just say, nope, Emperor, screw you. I'm not joining you. But he went far too close to the dark side. Far too close. Far too close. But he turns his father back, and he stays where he belongs. Number 4. Yoda versus Scrotum Face. I'm never gonna stop calling the Emperor that. When the Empire struck back, 25 years later, before Revenge of the Sith, and we met this little green guy for the first time, well, it became clear to everyone that Yoda was the leader of the light side, the Emperor was leader of the light, but we never thought we'd actually see them fight. It never really seemed possible at all. But 25 years later, Episode 3 comes out, and Yoda just pops in, and he said, hey, your rule's at an end. Why are you gonna leave? And then he kicks ass, and we get the fight we never knew we wanted, and it rocked. Number 3, Luke versus Darth Vader. Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Yes, we know what you're thinking. But this one's not as fast-paced as the other one. Why is this one at number 3 and not the other one? Well, it's because because 1, it lasted longer. 2, Luke didn't know what he was up against. Well, he knew. He was up after the monster who took away his master and his father's master, and the one who he thought betrayed and murdered his father at that time. It was awful, but it was revealed that he was his father, and that was a major game changer. And everybody was like, what the? And Luke went crazy, and then just jumped off. And you guys are probably wondering, in episode 6, Yoda said he completed his training. How? This was actually the fight that made him finish his training. When that fight came, the Force became his ally, but his anger for losing Ben Kenobi held him back. Number 2, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn versus Darth Maul. The Phantom Menace is obviously the weakest of the entire freaking franchise. We didn't expect it to have, well, here's a hint, his name starts with a J, and I mean, and it all and it and his last name begins with a B. Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, we weren't expecting to have Gungans. So annoying. But here was someone we both love. 1, 2, 3. Darth Maul. We haven't even gotten to his double-weighted saber yet. It's freaking sweet.
Yeah.
And he takes on a Jedi Master and his Padawan, but ultimately kills the Master, but gets cut right above the penis. Like, who the hell survives that?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the one thing nobody actually gets. But then after they were asking their questions, they're like, who gives a shit? Darth Maul's back. That's all we care about. Okay. Here are some honorable battles. Mace Windu versus Palpatine. Well, and we got Ben Kenobi versus Darth Vader. We got Anakin versus Dooku, episode 2. And we also got Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ventress versus Darth Maul and Savage Press. And finally we got Anakin and Obi-Wan versus Dooku, episode 3. Okay,
Now it's time for number 1.
Yep. Drum roll, please. Number 1. Anakin versus Obi-Wan. It doesn't get any better than this, and we don't believe it ever will. Seeing a teacher battle with his pupil, even though we've seen it before in the previous episode, we love this one even more. Because Anakin believes that Obi-Wan and the Council do not trust him, and after his deception by Darth Sidious's ability to save Padme, which he ultimately kills because she thinks Obi-Wan was brought to Mustafar to kill him. After this, Darth Vader had taken over Anakin, and then they attack each other viciously. And when I say viciously, I mean viciously. We love it. It was so awesome. And we hope to see more in the future, but nothing's gonna top this. Nothing.
I really hope something as good as this will happen again.
Nothing as good will happen to this in Star Wars 7.
Because this is the absolute best battle.
Well, Obi-Wan pleads for Anakin to see the error of his ways. Despite his judgment, it's far, and I mean far too late for that. So, he ultimately did what Kenobi did what he did to Darth Maul, cut off his leg, but using an arm. And then the loose end was tied up on how Anakin Skywalker became more machine than man. The making of making of an awesome villain. You agree with us? This is all our opinion. If you're welcome to disagree, just let us know what you think in the comments, and also let us know if you want more like this.
We'll probably do more.
We're probably gonna do more anyway, whether you like it or not. So, subscribe and we're going to bed. Oh, make sure you check out our newest video. Xboxmaster should react 3.
And also check out our other video, top 10 superheroes.
Yeah. Alright, good night, guys. Follow us on all our socials, links down there, and subscribe to that video over there, sleeping on my couch. And good night, people.